Hey King's Church, Noah here. Wanted to let you know about a couple things starting this weekend that are really important for you to be aware of. Number one is this: at the end of 2021, during our last First Saturday prayer, during our kind of corporate time of prayer together, I really felt like God gave me a word for this upcoming year for our church. Now, you might be new to church, or maybe you've been around church and you're like, what do you mean word for the year? What's that? And it's not something that we do every year at our church, but we try to be open to God. And if there's something specific that He wants us to grab a hold of, to trust Him in, to believe Him for throughout that year, we try to be sensitive and hear, God, what is it you're saying to our community, our church? And I think God is speaking something specifically to us that I'm going to share this Sunday. We're going to share what the word of the year is for our church, for you individually, as a person, as your family, then for us as a community. And then we're going to kick off a series for the remainder of January centering around the idea of what this word is. So I want to invite you out. I think it's so vital for you to be a part of it. Now, if you are a family and you have kids and you're like, we'd love to be there, but honestly, we're just not ready to put our kids in kids class because maybe just the safety of everything that's going on with COVID. I get it, I understand. Let me encourage you with this. If you are able to come out, bring your kids with you, bring them in the auditorium. We'll have little kind of play packets for them to keep them entertained while they're there. We have plenty of seats. There's 2,000 seats in the auditorium for people to spread out. So don't worry about them making noise. Bring them out. But if you're not able to join us, we completely understand. Tune in wherever you're at that weekend, whether it's you personally, as a couple, with some friends, or a family. This upcoming weekend for our Word of the Year, we just want you to hear it and to be a part. And then we're going to kick off that Monday with 40 days of welcome. It's something that we started last year. What we're doing is taking an intentional 40 days and saying, what can we do in our life to welcome the Holy Spirit into even greater degrees and measures than we have for in the past? Maybe over the next 40 days, starting that Monday, God's going to ask you to fast, or maybe spend extended times in prayer or reading, or maybe there's something personal He's going to ask you to give up or start doing, and you're saying, I'm doing this intentionally for the next 40 days to create more intimacy, more connection, a deeper walk with the Holy Spirit, to welcome Him into my life in greater measures. So I want to let you know now, so you can take the next several days kind of praying and asking God, come this Monday and 40 days of welcome, what do you want me to start doing or stop doing to create space so that I can see you, sense you, know you, and hear you in a greater measure as we start this brand new year? So two things. Number one, this weekend, the Word of the Year for our church, which kicks off a series. Want you to be a part of. Be there in person if you can, or join us online. And then number two, that Monday we'll start 40 days of welcome, where we individually seek God in our own life for 40 days, welcome Him into our life in a greater measure, and say, God, what should I begin to do, prepare my heart for, that you might have me start or stop over the next 40 days to kind of increase my sensitivity to your voice, your spirit, and your presence. We'd love to see you out. Can't wait for this weekend and what God has in store as we kick off 2022. Grace and peace.